ETFs are all the rage, and the cool thing is that there's so many great ETFs out there. There's so many great broad market ETFs, growth ETFs, dividend ETFs, covered call ETFs, international ETFs. There are ETFs just for tech. There are ETFs just for semiconductors. There's so many great ETFs out there. Now, if we're looking at trying to figure out what are some of the best ones or which ones that you may want to add for 2026, that is a great question. Now, if I only had to choose just 3 ETFs to pick for 2026, just to keep it simple, I know what I would choose. Hey guys, my name is Steve, and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we're talking about if I could only pick 3 ETFs to invest in for 2026, this is what I would get. And I'm going to talk about these. And the reason I'm going to talk about these is because these are ones that I would really get. And if I wanted to keep my portfolio just simple and easy and not really have to do any thinking about it, I think these ETFs would do well for me. And I would only have to maybe just rebalance every quarter or maybe even at the end of the year, and I would be fine with it. These ETFs give me a broad base of kind of everything. It would give me some good growth, and it probably would beat some other 3-fund portfolios. But these are just ones that I would pick, and this is not financial advice. So remember to do your own research. As a disclaimer, I am just a guy on YouTube. I am not a personal finance advisor, so please do your own research. Past performance does not mean future performance will, and this is not financial advice. This is actually just some things I would pick for myself. So if you want to see some financial advice, find a good financial advisor and ask them what you should do with your portfolio. All right, let's get to the video. Like I said, I'm just going to pick 3 ETFs, and my first ETF is going to be VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Market Index Fund ETF. And the reason I like this ETF, I mean, I already have a good portion of my portfolio in this ETF, is because it tracks the entire US stock market. So we're talking about not just the S&P 500, we're talking about mid caps and small caps as well. So we've got a good combination of kind of those companies that are doing really well now, those companies that could be doing really well, and those small cap companies that maybe one of them may skyrocket like crazy. Like Palantir. Palantir was a small company just a few years ago, and now it's in the S&P 500 and doing really well. That could be a company in the small caps. Now, if I have VTI, I have the potential of owning that small cap company. Now, the good thing about this ETF is, first of all, it's got about $400 billion in assets under management. It could have even more, depending on when you watch this video. Secondly, it's got a rock bottom expense ratio of 0.03%, so the fees aren't really cutting into my returns. Thirdly, I get a piece of everything. And so this is a reason I like this ETF. Now, this ETF has been doing anywhere between 13 to 15% year to date. Right now, it's sitting at about 15.57% year to date, beating the S&P 500, which has a year to date of about 14.5. And so we are doing great when we're talking about a good return. That's because sometimes large caps don't always do well, but sometimes they do. Now, VTI does have about 87% in the large caps, and so you're getting a good portion of that, but you're also getting those smaller companies. So when I'm looking at 2026, if I want to just kind of buy something and buy and hold for the long term, you know, VTI is going to be that rock bottom one that's going to build my foundation of my portfolio, and I continue to buy it because I like it. And so that's why I'm going to be adding that, and that's one of the ETFs I could be adding for 2026. ETF number 2 is going to be VGT. Now, VGT is the Vanguard Information Technology ETF. It's got a rock bottom expense ratio of 0.09%. And it's got about 330 different tech companies. The cool thing about this ETF is it is a tech play. It is a growth play. So if you want technology, not just semiconductors, not just AI, but you're getting software, cloud centers, you're getting companies like Apple in there, you're getting companies like Microsoft, you're getting companies like Broadcom, Nvidia, AMD, Cisco, Micron. There are so many great companies a part of this ETF that you're getting a piece of all of them. I mean, if you like tech, VGT is one of the best tech ETFs out there. There are other tech ETFs out there like XLK or FTEC, but VGT is my favorite, and I've got a huge portion of that already in my portfolio. If you look at my portfolio today, it's VTI and then VGT, and those are my top 2 ETFs in my portfolio. So that's why if I were to buy and hold and looking for good ETFs for 2026, and if I could just pick 3, VGT would be one of them. Now, the cool thing about VGT is it's done pretty well in the long term. I mean, we have looked at 10 years and 20 years. It's been around since 2004. And so over a 10-year period, it's done anywhere between 19 to 20%. And year to date, it's done about 18.27%. So it's not done bad, but it's done pretty good. So I continue to add VGT. A lot of people are going to add maybe a QQQ or a SCHG. Me, I'm going to add some more VGT. ETF number 3 is going to be VYMI, which is the Vanguard International High Dividend ETF. Now, the reason I picked this ETF is because it's giving me some dividends and it's giving me some international exposure. So most people would go for a good dividend US ETF like an SCHD, DGRO, VYM, or an FDVV. For me, I want to also get some internationals too. So VYM, I kind of checks both those boxes off. I'm getting international and dividends. Now, this ETF does have about a 0.17% expense ratio, meaning it costs $17 for every $10,000 invested. It's got a 3.74% dividend yield, and year to date, it is doing about 35.27% or a little bit more over 35% year to date in performance. Now, that is amazing news. This is one of the best performing ETFs on the market right now. I mean, you have an SMH that's doing like 50%, but VYMI, it's got about 1,500 different companies from all over the world, from Japan, South Korea, Canada, Europe, and you're getting a good dividend yield of a 3.74%. So that's some pretty good income and a year-to-date performance of 35%. So is this a good ETF that I could buy and hold for long term? Yes, it is. My portfolio, I've already talked about, it's got VTI, VGT, and it's also got VXUS. But if I wanted some more dividends and I want some bigger exposure and a better performance than a VXUS, which has got 8,000 companies, and I wanted to kind of consolidate that into 1,500 companies, VYMI would be that ETF. Now, we just created a 3-fund portfolio. It's got broad market, it's got growth, it's got dividends and internationals all in one. Now, the way I would kind of piece this together in a good 3-fund portfolio would be have maybe VTI doing about 60%, VGT doing about 25% of the portfolio, and VYMI about 15% of the portfolio. Now, if we were to set that up in a portfolio and look at the 10-year return, that 10-year return would get us about 16.46% average. And so that's giving us dividends, giving it international exposure, growth, and a good broad market exposure. If I could pick just 3, these would be the ones that I could pick. And that would be a great way where I could buy and hold for the long term and continue to invest. I wouldn't have to stress about the every ebbs and flows of the ups and downs. I'm not trying to beat the market. I'm just trying to create a great 3-fund portfolio that would be solid for the long term, and it gives me everything I kind of want. I want some growth, I want some broad market exposure, I want some internationals, and a little bit of some dividends. So this is a great way that I could add to my portfolio. Let me know in the comments, what is 3 ETFs that you could buy in 2026? What are ones that maybe I should exchange? Maybe you're an FTEC fan and I didn't mention FTEC enough in my videos, because some people tell me about that. Just let me know in the comments. And if you're looking for some great ETFs to buy and hold for the long term, check out this video. All right, and I'll see you in our next video.